This is how I used to tie up my stirrups. Just a bit of leather string. And I would tie a knot in it every single time. But we can get rid of that now that we have fancy stirrup straps. So bye-bye little leather string. A lot easier and a lot fancier looking, if you ask me. Beautiful. If you want to make a pair for your own saddle, these are some of the things that I used to make them. And I made this from a scrap piece of wood and a scrap piece of leather, and this will help you not ruin all the Viking bling, because you're going to hammer on that, and this is going to be a support for the bottom of that. So not necessary, but very useful. I always have pliers around. They come in handy as well, so grab a pair of these if you have them. And of course you're going to need a Viking bling. And last but not least, you are going to need a whole bunch of leather. But if you don't have a leather store near you, here's something I did. I went to a local, it's kind of like a dollar store, it's a cheap-ish store, and I looked at iPad or tablet covers, and I found this leather one. Now this leather is not an extremely good quality, but it was only a couple of bucks. You see here two pieces of leather that were trial pieces. The first is a very, very thin leather, that's the grey bluish one, and here I'm holding a thick piece of buffalo leather, which I made a mock-up from. And the buffalo leather was too thick, and the other scrap bit of leather was too thin, so the iPad cheap leather find was perfect. I drew the shape and then cut it out with a sharp pair of scissors. You can use a craft knife, but mind your fingers. I'm much more agile with a pair of scissors than with a craft knife. That's why I decided on the scissors. Then use a hole punch to punch in, out all the holes. Easy peasy. Let's go on to the buckle and how to attach that. It has little legs with caps on. Take off the caps. Be very careful not to lose those. And I'm going to need to make holes in the size of these little legs. So I get my hole punch and I measure out where the legs fit in. Do they fit in this one? No. Do they fit in this one? Perfectly. So that's the size that I'm going to need. Now, as you fit this buckle through this type of leather, there is a little bit of extra space on the back, and I filled that up with just another square of leather. It just makes it fit better. So push the end cap through the hole and then squeeze it on the leg. Next step is to fasten it. Make sure it's solid forever. I'm doing this on my table and the camera is attached to the table, so this is going to be very wobbly. What you do is you place the buckle on your protective bit of wood blocky thingy. Put it on the edge or in the middle. I like to put it on the edge. It feels more solid. And then you hammer them in place. Very wobbly. I'm going to finish this on the floor because that hammer is a lot better than on this table. So excuse me for a second. Inner Viking released. Haha! As you can see, can you still tell the difference? Can you? This is my earlier finished piece and this is the latest one. And you can see that this one is slightly darker. Why is it darker? Because I oiled it. And that's how I made my stirrup holders. 2 of them. Let's put them on the saddle. Right, loop it through the slot we made. Pull it nice and tight, and there we have the new strap. Now I had these bits left. Well, I ordered a whole bunch of Viking bling and this was one of them. Thinking I would make a bridle or a belt or use them for any decoration. And as you can see, there's a bit of leather here where the D-ring attaches to. And I just think it looks way more yummy if I add this to there. I already did the other side, but I wanted to show you, save this one, and show you how I did that. So for ease, I'm just going to undo the stirrup there, switch it over to me, so I can, yeah, so I can get closer to this. Now what I want is this piece of the bottom piece of metal to not fall over the metal of the D-ring, because that will make it wonky. So it will have to go on exactly there. I hope you can see. Let's zoom in there. Zoom in. There we go. Scoot you over a little bit. Rotate there. I think this is a better view. It's very tight space, and but I'll manage. I manage on the other side, so I'm going to manage on this side as well. And yeah, so I want to fasten that on there. I take the little end cap off. Yeah. And then I can actually press this down exactly where I want it to go. Right there. So press it down. There. And I can see an indentation. I check if I have the right size for my hole punch, and I do. You can still see the indent. It's going to be a tight squeeze here. There we go. And then there we go. That needed some strength, just because it's at an odd angle in a strange position. See if it's all the way through. It is. And then I can put that one on there, push it through. Yep. And then take the end cap and put it in the back. Okay, so now you can imagine that this is very hard to get the block of wood underneath and hammer it down. So what I do instead of using the block of wood, I get myself a pair of pliers and I squeeze it really, really tightly. I do that several times. I don't know if you can see, but it does flatten out the end cap a little, and that's exactly what you want it to do. So squeeze it very, very tightly. So I have my stirrup holders, I have my stirrup protectors, whatever you want to call those. I added bling on the back. Right there, I added bling on the front. I adjusted the D-ring hooks And I made a breast collar. Wow. Yeah. That makes me incredibly happy with this saddle. I think it's a gorgeous, stunning piece. I am falling in love more and more with this saddle, and especially now I've added the bling and the stirrup holders. It's like making little presents for myself. And now you can do them too. Yeah. I have uploaded a template of the stirrup straps, so you can make your own. Just use the template, print it out on A4 size, and then you're done. And that is the end of this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it as much as you have my other vlogs. And if you did, give it a thumbs up. It really supports the channel to hit that little button. And don't forget to subscribe if you already haven't. And tell your friends to subscribe. Say it with me. Really, Signe? Viking! Oh, we love our Viking bling on our saddles. I'll see you next time. Bye.